I think you guys are going to like this one. Am I the arsehole for not wanting to pay my mother-in-law the £1,000 that she thinks I owe her?
For what?
£1,000. So here's what happened. My mother-in-law came shopping with me and my husband-to-be because she wanted to buy me a reception outfit as a gift. Lovely gesture, right? And at one store, she spotted a Salwar suit for £750. It was beautiful, but honestly, I don't really wear suits that often. And I told her multiple times that it's way too expensive. £750 for a Salwar suit is definitely expensive.
Yeah. That's a chihuahua's
unless it's a Sabyasachi chihuahua, that's way too bloody expensive. Anyway, she insisted, kept saying that she loved it and that it should be part of my suits that she was buying for me. Even though, on a side note, she had already given me money for my suits earlier and I'd already told her what I bought with that money. So anyway, after trying on more and more outfits, I finally found my actual reception outfit and she paid for that too, which I thought was so sweet and all really fine. Anyway, we've got all the alterations. We get home and after a long drive, just as I'm pulling up to my house, she goes, by the way, could you transfer me that £1,000?
For the reception outfit that she said she was going to gift her.
Correct. Can you transfer me that £1,000? It ended up being more expensive than I thought, and I gave my other daughter-in-law less, so I need to make it even now. I felt like I literally had no choice. I didn't want that first original suit, nor did I want to pay for it, nor did I think it was worth it. But the suits had already been altered. I really couldn't I couldn't really return it. I ended up having to transfer her the money, but I don't want to. And the whole thing feels so awkward. Like she gifted me something with strings attached and then made me pay for it. Am I the arsehole for wanting my money back?
No.
No.
Definitely not.
She can't say that she wanted to gift her something and then ask for the money back. That's just stupid. Like,
yeah, but what'd you do now? Would you turn around and say to your mother-in-law, I'm not paying you £1,000?
yeah, because you wanted me to buy that. You gifted it to me. You said you wanted to buy my reception outfit.
Realistically, would you guys have that discussion with your mother-in-law? Genuinely speaking.
I don't think I would buy an outfit that much if someone else is
imagine
paying
if you're
for
in a
it.
shop and like your mother-in-law's like, you know, and you're about to get married, right? So you know that they want, and she's explicitly said, I want to buy you something.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, this will look really nice and this is really nice. So you end up getting it. And then obviously the reception outfit too. So by the sounds of it, obviously this is partial payment, I think. But she's ended up paying for that suit she didn't want.
But if you're saying you're buying it for me, then that means you're buying it as a gift, not on a loan, like, oh, you know, give me the money back later kind of thing. You're saying you're buying it for me, so it doesn't make sense to me that you're then asking for money back.
But she's now transferred it to her. Should she ask for it back?
Well, you could. Now she sent it. Now she's just gonna look silly for asking for it back. She's just got to accept that she's not gonna get it back.
It's £1,000, guys. Like just before you.
That's what I was saying. You should double think before sending it. Like, question, but you said this.
Yeah, like that.
Let's imagine this is like, from what I gather. I mean, there's not much detail, but this happened just before her wedding, and it's happening just before her wedding. Do you say something? Do you just keep the peace because you know you're gonna get married in 2-3 weeks? It's £1,000 though, mind you. It's a lot.
It's a lot, but is it really going to cause a problem in the sense that the wedding's going to go ahead anyway?
Is it though? Because we do hear problems happening right near.
I mean, I'd say she did it to keep the peace, but she should have questioned it.
Maybe she should still question it after the wedding.
So basically, you're saying get married and then ask her mother-in-law for £1,000.
I mean, it says that you say, well, Mum, I thought you were buying it for me.
Oh, we're already calling her Mum. Okay, cool. I gave you £1,000 and now you're calling me Mum as well. Okay, great.
But
no, that's the thing. You're calling me Mum and now you want me asking me for £1,000.
Okay, Auntie.
Okay. That's one way to get out kicked out of the in-laws' house, Auntie.
But but it'll be like that first suit for £750. I did not want. I mean, it depends if you're on that level where you can actually have that conversation. And then if she does say, well, I thought you were buying it for me, maybe it could be like meeting in the middle where if you're saying that, oh, this is more expensive than what I gave to my other daughter-in-law, I could have given you the difference kind of. But it's just how do you bring it up in a conversation?
But do we think maybe the mother-in-law panicked? Like she really wanted to do this for her. She really liked it, and then on the drive home, like, you know how sometimes like people get excited, like you get excited buying people get presents, and then you're like, oh,
She had a
shit,
realisation.
I've got another daughter-in-law and I didn't spend that much. So do you think this is maybe a tell about the dynamic between the mother-in-law and the other daughter-in-law? And maybe is this giving us an insight of the other daughter-in-law?
Maybe.
Think about that.
Unless she said something, the other daughter-in-law.
But this was on the drive home. It's not like it's been discussed.
I think she's had a realisation, but it could have gone about in a different way compared to how it did go about.
Because I'm thinking, if she feels like she spent more on this daughter-in-law than she did on the other one, I mean, like, I always think, like, it depends, like, everything goes up in price, right? So every year, things like, if her other daughter-in-law's been married 5 years, what the value of something was 5 years ago is now, right?
I was thinking the same. I was thinking the same thing. Like, it depends when they got married. The other daughter-in-law.
Or could the mother-in-law have been a bit like, oh, like, I spent more on you, so I'm just going to give her the difference? And she can buy herself something for your wedding? Yeah. Like the other daughter-in-law?
Yeah. There's ways around it. I think it's a bit embarrassing that you've also asked for the money back after you've said, oh, I'll gift it.
Yeah. Do you know what I'm wondering? Where the husband is all of this, because he went shopping with them. Imagine your husband's being sat there and his mum turns around and says to you, give me £1,000.
My husband was saying, I'll give it to you, leave her alone.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. I'm almost wondering where the hell he is in all of this.
I feel like they always disappear. When the dilemma happens.
Someone's like, the men just disappear when the dilemma
In the scenarios, they just like disappear.
Guys, I'm really sorry, but I need to interrupt. I literally have too much to say right now. I'm so sorry.
Right,
I was literally sat over there itching, but like you said, it's £1,000.
It's £1,000.
It's £1,000.
It's a lot.
And I'm sorry, first of all, the principal here,
Right.
she offered to pay for something.
Right.
And you started your mean to go on. So where does this end?
So what should she do? What would you do?
I would say, you know what? Actually, I didn't really want this suit.
Okay.
It wasn't my pasand, it was yours. I already got what I wanted. So if they were on the way back, I'm assuming alterations and things are not done.
No, but so they paid, the fitting had been done from what it said,
The fitting had been done.
Yeah.
I would have said to her, you know, I think you should take the suit back.
Yeah.
I don't really want it, and I wasn't anticipating paying this much. You know, we have a wedding to pay for.
Okay. But by the sound of it, it's a salwar suit and the reception outfit. So what do you do? Because that's your reception outfit now that you found.
Well, the reception outfit she wanted.
Yeah.
The salwar suit she wouldn't want it.
Yeah.
Honestly, I would never let anyone pay £750 for a salwar suit.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't pay that much myself.
Want to wear in the first place.
Okay.
Or I think her husband should speak up. Her husband.
Okay, like we said, like where was the husband in all of this?
She needs to speak to her husband,
Interesting.
and he needs to have a word with his mum. Because at the end of the day, she is a grown woman. She has foresight. She would have known how much she spent on one daughter-in-law already. She had enough time to think about that before she forced her into buying the...
Oh wow, we're going full ham on the mother-in-law there.
100%.
Okay. So here's a question then, guys. You're saying that the husband should speak to the mother-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
So I do think the husband should have stuck up, like, and intervened and be like, I think this is the conversation we need to have.
Yeah.
But just to throw like a curveball and like other side of the fence, you're getting married to this family. This is going to be your mother-in-law. So your other. Should your husband always come to your rescue, or should you learn to deal with your mother-in-law yourself?
I think at the beginning, like, you want as less stress as possible, especially during the wedding planning stage.
Yeah.
And I think it's a healthy time for him to just come and say, you know, Mum, she didn't want to spend this amount, and I don't think it's fair that you got her to pay for it, because I know my husband would.
Yeah.
I rarely have to ever, if there's like difficulties or miscommunication, it's always him, because I feel like the man should deal with his family.
That's an interesting concept. Do you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
But then, like, you live with the in-laws,
Yeah.
right? So I know where Sarah's coming from, but I'm almost sort of wondering, like, because like when I lived with my in-laws, it was a bit like I wanted to make sure that my mother-in-law knew that I can stand up to myself as well.
I think it's a bit different because it's just literally just like how it's like I've moved from my own house to this house. It's literally nothing seems different.
Okay.
So I get treated the same as everyone else, and it's like the same level as my husband.
Okay.
So it's like everything is discussed between my in-laws and my husband and me, so us four
Yeah.
as a collective, and then
Okay,
we
that's
all
lovely.
give our,
sweet.
Nice.
we
Yeah,
all
that's
give our
sweet.
opinions and stuff. So
You're heard as part of the family.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, that's not the case.
Yeah.
For a lot of
yeah,
say.
yeah, 100%.
I feel like we need more context here from her. Like, I feel like I want to ask our bride to be like more questions.
I assume that she got a text message when she got home.
So
Well,
let's
I
have a look.
didn't-
The dilemma says we get home after the long drive, and she suddenly says,
Oh, okay.
"Can you transfer me the £1,000?" It ended up being more expensive than I thought. And this is what made me think: was she thinking about it in the car? Basically,
Yeah,
on the drive
probably
home?
thinking about in the drive
And I gave
home.
my other daughter-in-law less, so I need to make it even. So, like I said, playing the fence, is there an issue between the other daughter-in-law and the mother-in-law where she's thinking, oh no, I don't want her on my back? Or is it genuinely the mother-in-law is an arsehole here?
Yeah.
And she goes, and the bride-to-be said, I literally had no choice. The suits had already been started with alterations. Because the thing is, sometimes, you know, you leave them at the shop, then you
Yeah.
start with them pretty quickly. She goes, the option isn't to return, so there's no option to return. I had to transfer the money. The whole thing feels so awkward. Like, she's gifted me something, but with strings attached. And that's what makes me think there was no clarity. Then maybe pay for it, but I want my money back.
But you never have to do anything. It's not like she
Okay.
had a gun to her head saying you have to send me this money.
It's full of pressure, though, isn't it?
It's
It
a
is
tricky
pressure,
situation. I don't
but-
think any of them are assholes. I think
Okay, interesting.
I think the mother-in-law obviously thought about it on the way home, but then she should have realised that is actually her own problem.
Yeah.
She agreed to something, so she should honour it. Instead of saying, actually, I've just realised that I treated the other daughter-in-law this way,
Yeah.
and I've spent more on you, so now you need to make it equal. No, that was her responsibility to think about in the first place. Now that's her mess up,
Okay, yeah.
so she should have just firmed it and found another way to rectify it instead of
Yeah, not
Yeah.
asking a newly
Yeah.
married person.
So
that's
you're
gonna
saying
come into your
nobody's the
mouth.
arsehole here, really? It's just an awful
and I
situation.
think the mother-in-law just didn't think about it correctly, and I think she just doesn't know how to navigate the situation herself. So has thought, okay, I need to treat them both fairly, which is also good in a way that she's thinking like that.
But I don't know about you. If this was my mom, right, and I come from a household full of sisters, or let's say like I've got a son now, I've got a stepson. If you got married, I would never ask my daughter-in-law. I'd be like, I just gotta fix it with the other one.
Yeah.
Like you just wouldn't.
I
would
think
ya?
she
Yeah.
went with the first thing that came into her
Yeah,
head.
yeah.
She didn't
Oh,
think
let
for
me
long
Do you
just
enough.
think
ask
it's
her
done
for the money?
without thinking?
Yeah.
Basically?
Yeah, the first thought that she thought, oh, maybe if I do this, it might resolve the issue.
Okay. So right. So you're going with nobody's really the arsehole. This was just an issue. Is the bride to be an arsehole for wanting her money back off her mother-in-law?
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Is the mother-in-law the arsehole?
No, I agree. Like, it is just a shitty situation. Like,
Okay, fair. Simran?
I agree. Neither of them are the assholes. I
Okay.
think it's she put herself in this situation, and then she just doesn't know how to get out of it.
Guys, what do you guys think? So, in my opinion, I don't necessarily think she's an arsehole, but you've already transferred it. I'm not sure you can get the money back. I do think the mother-in-law's maybe acted a little bit arseholey here, but again, we don't know what the dynamic is. So, let us know in the comments if you've ever had any money disputes with your mother-in-law, or you've given her money, or vice versa, or think you owed her something. Let us know in the comments, and yeah, we want to know your opinions.